Hey YouTube, Red Ghost here. So just got in from work, got my mail, and everything I ordered came in today. So I've been watching these three guys on YouTube. One of them is Monster Tutorials, Candlesticks and Cobwebs, and Stilt Beast Studios, which are all great guys. They are super artistic people. I'm not very artistic. So kind of combining everything that I've got from those guys into something maybe easy for me and easy to do, maybe so y'all can do it too. I mean, these guys make it look easy, but I know I can't make his stuff easy. So I watched Monster Tutorials the other day, and he made a squishy brain, and it was pretty awesome. It was a human-sized brain, and you could just squeeze it like a stress ball. But he made his out of, he took some clay, molded it, and cut out the grooves. And I'm not that very artistic. I wasn't going to take the time to do it. So what I did is got an idea from Candlesticks and Cobwebs and bought me a gelatin mold, a brain mold. So I'll make a Halloween prop, and maybe, hopefully this is, it's pretty rigid, so hopefully this will be sturdy enough to make a squishy brain. And what Monster Tutorials did, well, let me back that up. The guy on Candlesticks and Cobwebs was putting concrete in these and making things to hang on the wall or stepping stones out in the yard, things of that nature. And then, but the Monster Tutorials was making a squishy brain with his mold he made himself out of clay and plaster. So I'm going to take Monster Tutorials' idea of making a squishy brain by using Candlestick and Cobwebs' idea of using a gelatin mold. So what we're going to need, and if it works, which I hope it does, I recommend you go check those guys out, because they are super good at making Halloween props and things of that nature. But if it works, I've also bought a gelatin mold hand. If it does work, I bought a Walking Dead gelatin mold. Look at that. Let me get the glare off of it. How about that? That's cool. So, yeah. Each one of these molds was anywhere from $6 to $9. Not very expensive. The other thing you're going to need is liquid latex. I got 2 of these for like 16 bucks. 16 fluid ounces, 2 of them. So you're talking about 50 cents an ounce. But the most expensive thing I bought was from Brick in the Yard, and I'm not going to put the link in the description, but I'll show you what it is, and you can go to Monster Tutorials. He's got a link in his description, but it's TC 266 5 to 3 pound variable density flexible foam. Comes in part B, part A. Now you're supposed to be able to mix these where it'd be real stiff rigid foam, which I think is like a 5 to 10 ratio, and a soft like flexible foam, which is a 3 to 10 ratio, which I'm hoping the foam consistency is of the toys that kids get, like it's a donut or an apple or something. It's real squishy. Get them in the toys, you know, real soft, like a stress ball almost. So I'm hoping that's what this is going to turn out to be like. So if it is, it's going to be really cool. But this stuff right here was $40, but I'm hoping it makes a bunch. So the only thing I have to say about this, it didn't come with instructions on, well, if you need 16 ounces of this, mix this much and this much. So you're going to have to, I don't know, we're going to experiment and find out how. So I'm hoping this will make a bunch, because on Monster Tutorials he only had a very little bit, and it filled up something that was 16 ounces, which this is like 32 or something like that. No, it's actually, this is 48, so I'm hoping very little bit of this will make quite a bit. It expands extremely, like great stuff in a can. So yeah, man, I'm excited. Hopefully this works, and I'll holler when I get everything ready. I'll come back. All right, I'm back. I'm sitting in the floor on my table out here in my little workshop, and on Monster Tutorials, he took his mold and filled it all the way up with liquid latex. I don't have enough liquid latex to fill 48 ounces. So what I'm going to do is put one bottle in here and just roll it around every minute or so. And then maybe that'll be thick enough latex on there that I can pour the excess back into the bottle, let it set up and cure for however long it takes to dry. There is no directions on this, so I'm hoping it's pretty self-explanatory. So we'll find out. Should be wearing gloves. I'm not. I got a rag. Yeah. Got a pungent smell to it. Just gonna roll it around. I'd like to get a good thick layer, but I don't know if I can. I'll let that sit for a little bit. I'll be right back. Okay. So I've never worked with latex, and I didn't realize how long it took to dry. One layer didn't seem to be thick enough, and one layer dries pretty quick. But I put layer after layer after layer in here, and it seems to be pretty thick. One layer you couldn't even tell it was even in there, but you could feel it. So yeah, it took hours for this to set up and cure. So now we're fixing to apply the foam. It didn't come with any instructions. It's got a little bit here about mixing it real quick and then pouring it. But on Monster Tutorials, he put 1 ounce expands to 16 ounces. I need 40 ounces, so I need about 2.5 ounces of this stuff to fill this container. So my digital scale's messed up, but I got a set of triple beams. You got to be pretty accurate with this. So he mixed 21 grams part B and 6.3 grams part A, which give you 28.3 grams, which is 1 ounce. So we'll do some calculations and we'll get to pouring. Okay, so that little bit, A, B, it's supposed to fill this up. So you mix them together and mix for real quick for about 15 seconds, then pour it in there. So here we go. Oh yeah. This is cool. It's already rising. So, gonna let it sit, come back, see what it does. So, obviously 2.5 ounces didn't expand as much as I thought. So I'm going to add 3 more ounces on top of this and see what happens. It is squishy, so add 3 more ounces. Alright, so I forgot to hit the record button. Already pulled it out. But 5.5 ounces got it pretty full. So I went around the edges, peeled back a little bit. Look at that. Look at that. Watch. Got a little bit of a, might poke a hole to get that air out. Gonna take some liquid latex, paint over the bottom. It's squishy. It worked. Gonna do me the Walking Dead zombie mode next. Pretty cool, ain't it? I'm happy with it. I may make a few for Halloween to give out to the kids that I know personally that are friends of the family. Paint them up. And so Monster Tutorials put some liquid latex and food coloring and then just brush some on. That's what I'm going to do to make it look more like a real brain. So thanks to Cobwebs and Candlesticks, or Candlesticks and Cobwebs and Monster Tutorials for this. They both give me the idea. I'll get some liquid latex. It's just like that squishy stuff. Foam seems to be sticking to it too. My brain. Cut that off. I trim that up, paint it up with liquid latex. Awesome. Red Ghost here. We'll do the Walking Dead next time. So, and I'm not going to do the painting on here, but I'll paint it up, show it to you when I get done. See ya.